the Christmas trees. Decorate the house with lights at night. Snow's on the ground, snow white so bright. In the fireplace is the Yule log. Beneath the mistletoe as we drink eggnog. The rhymes that you hear are the rhymes of carols. Like each and every year we bust Christmas carols. Christmas carols.
NBL Nation, what is up? It's your host with the most. It's your boy, Coach Ty, bringing you a special Christmas edition of Coach Ty's Corner. Now, I know I typed earlier in the chat, I want to say it was even yesterday, no, it was Saturday, that there was not going to be a Coach's Corner due to the holiday. But as I'm sitting there in the mirror and I'm shaving and I'm grooming myself and trimming up the goatee and I'm clipping the extra long nose hairs, getting ready to go out and do some last minute Christmas shopping because I'm a chronic procrastinator, and today is going to be hell on earth for me. Today is my Black Friday because I always roll last minute. The idea, the inspiration hit me that it's much better to give than to receive, so why not give the gift of Coach Ty's Corner for Christmas? Got with Reggie, he said that's a go, let's make it happen. So I'm going to do a quick mini Coach Ty's Corner. This is not going to be the hour-long extravaganza with guests calling in that it usually is. This is going to be about a 25 to 30-minute joint here. Coach Ty's going to give some extra special tips. Hopefully they can help some guys out, as well as give some gifts to a few teams in the league, and we're going to call that a wrap. So at this time, I'm ready to go. I'm going to get it in. And Coach Ty is going to start out by handing out gifts to the entire league in the form of tips as it is. So, what I'm looking to give you guys are the 4 qualities to separate the best of the best. These 4 qualities will give you guys, they separate your pro Madden gamers from your average Madden gamers. So, this time we're going to look at those qualities and we're going to jump right into it. So, everybody that plays Madden at some point in time is always pretty much looking to take their skills to the next level. I mean, if you think about it, none of us play the game just to be average. None of us play the game to get our asses kicked. We all play the game with those dreams in our head of, you know, sugar cookies and sugar plums dancing through our head and towards the night before Christmas and all through the house. Not a creature is stirring, not even a wind. We don't play the game not to win. We play the game thinking that, you know what, one day I'm going to win a local tournament. One day I'm going to win a national tournament. Maybe one day if my skills are good enough, I'm going to go and play in a $400,000 VG tournament. Or one day I'm going to win the Super Bowl in the NBL. I mean, that's why we really play. That's why we join these leagues. We don't play and go, you know, this year I'm going to go 1-15. That's the dream. So, without me continuing to babble, these 4 qualities I'm going to give you kind of give you a template of some trends that I've noticed separate the great from the good. A lot of people think that it's a magical nano blitz or some unstoppable money play that just makes you the man. It makes you that unstoppable force that can't be denied. You know, in reality, those things are always good. It's always good to have that good, great, magical nano or that great, unstoppable money play. But at the end of the day, it's a tad overrated. It's one play at the end of the day that you're using to success one way or another. The 4 actual qualities, the intangibles as Madden players that we need that can actually help take us to the next level are as follows. Number 1, clock management. Okay? I'm not talking about eating the clock. I know there's a ton of guys out there that love sitting on the ball and try to, you know, make it a snore fest in a marathon. That's not the kind of clock management I'm talking about. What I've noticed is the best Madden gamers will always score at the end of each half. If you think about it, that gives you 2 more possessions with the ball than your opponent will get. When you consider that many Madden 13 gamers only have a total of about, actually I take that back, in a typical Madden game, you've got maybe, 7 possessions each. 6-minute All-Pro. If you score at the end of each half, that gives you 2 extra possessions. So in reality, that's giving you maybe 9 chances a game to score, while at the same time giving your opponent maybe 6 or 7. I mean, just think about what I'm saying. So, obviously, that's a huge advantage if you can manage the clock properly and score before the end of each half. Like I said, if each team typically gets about 7 possessions a game, and you have those 2 possessions where you score before the half, and you have 9, and your opponent is 7, you could possibly have a 14-point advantage as well as the 2 possessions. So clock management is something that I've noticed separates the good from the great. The second of the 4 qualities I've noticed that separate good from great gamers is patience. I mean, obviously that quality goes along with clock management, but it expands it just a little bit further. It takes a lot of patience to score at the end of each half instead of as soon as you possibly can. And it also takes a lot of patience to continue to stick with something even if it isn't working immediately. The downfall of many potentially great players in 13 is becoming one-dimensional. I know I've been on that side of the spectrum. If something doesn't work for you early on, just come back to it later in the game instead of just scrapping it for your game plan immediately. So the first 2 to 4 qualities that's going to separate the good from the great is clock management and patience. Number 3, practice. It doesn't mean practice in a general way. The best Madden gamers I know, they practice in very specific ways. A lot of people want to know why they aren't seeing results after they spend hours practicing. The answer is simply that you're practicing the wrong way. Don't just call random plays in practice. Choose one play and test it against all kinds of defenses. Don't stop until you know your reads against every defense. I know that sounds insane, but a lot of the best players, they can run passing plays with their eyes closed. So getting the timing down for your plays is essential. So number 3 is practice. So we got clock management, patience, and practice. And last but not least, save your best plays for last. I mean, even the worst and most inexperienced Madden 13 players have money plays. I mean, everybody has them. Anybody that has a computer, that has access to YouTube and a forum has a money play. What separates the great from the good is that the great Madden players, they tend to be able to keep those money plays in their back pocket all game until they absolutely need them. When the game is on the line, you can whip out a completely unique play and catch your opponent off guard. Whereas a lot of good Madden players, they'll start out the game running their money plays. So you get to the second drive, and they're all out. They're shooting blanks at that point, and the good defensive players can adjust, and you're stuck in the water. The great Madden players, they will take and run enough offense without having to use their money plays until they need it. So Christmas gift number 1 is the 4 qualities that separate great from good players. And those 4 qualities are clock management, patience, practice, and saving your best plays for last. So hope that you guys got something out of that. Definitely found that fun. Didn't find that fun. Hope you got something from that. Hope you can take that, break that down, and take a look at how those 4 qualities can be basically assimilated into your game and what you can do that can possibly help you. Now, the second set of tips I'm going to give is a strategy for assigning experience points in connected careers. Okay? Now, this is just a guideline or a template or a blueprint for experience points. I know some people in the league are big on assigning experience points to their guys, and some people are not. Some people care less. I've made trades with people, and I've gotten players from them, and the players have come to me with 26,000, 27,000 experience points, and I'm thinking, wow, this person was just sitting on your roster all that time, not even basically being better. I think you guys have heard my take on this before, guys. I think assigning experience points to your guys is super duper important. I mean, especially in a connected career mode where we're going 3 or 4 seasons. I mean, if you're not assigning experience points to your guys, you're not trying to win, you're not trying to compete. So I'm just going to kind of give you a little template of ideas of how you can go about bettering the guys on your team. So the way I allocate experience points, it's based on maximizing the amount of experience points I will gain over time and maximizing my strengths rather than attempting to create players that are jacks of all trades and masters of none. Now, in English, my strategy for each position is a little different, but it seems to be working. And basically, I'm just going to take the guy's strengths and build upon them. I mean, a lot of guys, when they're signing experience points, they're going to try to make their guys well-rounded. I think that takes too long and need a zillion points to do that. So if I have Justin Tuck and I'm realizing that he's not a big power guy, but he's a big finesse guy, and he's a big block-shedding guy, and he's got good acceleration and speed, I'm not going to try to work on his bull rush. I'm not going to try to work on his strength. I'm going to simply continue to work on his block shed. He's fast. He's agile. He has good finesse. He gets to the QB. I'm going to make him the best he can be at that instead of wasting points trying to round him out is the example I was trying to make. So, you know, we're both coaches and players. So, as a coach, the most important thing I do is, especially after the debacle we had with the draft last year, screw scouting, okay? You get 30 to 40,000 points a season, and I'm not wasting them trying to unlock skill attributes of Joe Smith. I don't give a damn about Joe Smith. I don't care about the draft. I don't need the draft. I know some people do, so I'm not trying to dismiss that. I'm just saying the way I built my team is to win now, and basically I'm not worried that I need them points to get that unhidden jewel to take my team over the top. So I take all of those coach points and I use them to basically upgrade all the positions on my team. You can purchase experience points for your wide receivers and then your cornerbacks, because those experience points affect the highest amount of players. I mean, you have 6 wide receivers and 6 cornerbacks at least on your team probably. Then I like to look at upgrade my running backs and tight ends, just to each of those. After that, you can continue to upgrade based on position, you know, your level of importance, quarterbacks, guards, tackles, linebackers, etc. Retirement packages, etc. I know that may sound confusing. Basically, what I'm stating is, instead of wasting those points for scouting or not using those points at all, use those points to upgrade your team. For example, Spud is Peyton Manning. Spud is fearful that Manning's going to retire. So what is he doing? He's using his points to get in his quarterback retirement package. I said that's a great idea. Say you run a 3-4 defense and you're heavy with linebackers. You know what? Use those points to ensure that your linebackers get that boost package to where they get more points each game, so that you can upgrade those guys with big hitter packages or awareness, things of that nature. So I'd rather take those experience points and use them to upgrade my team as opposed to holding on to them to save them as scout. I just don't really have no need for the scouting. So that's that. A few breakdowns of a few positions, and I'll tell you kind of what I like to look at, you know, and what I'm trying to do. Quarterbacks. The most powerful upgrade that you can get your quarterback experience point-wise, excuse me, guys, it seems to be the clutch trait. I mean, for those that don't know, the clutch trait affects the overall rating of the quarterback, and most importantly, the entire offensive line during the last couple of minutes of the game, if you are behind 8 points or less. Okay, I'm the Lions in the league. I have Matthew Stafford. I did get him the clutch package. So what that means is, say I'm losing the game by 4 points. Well, actually, it's 8 points or less. And it's right before half, or it's right before the end of the game. Not only is Stafford's attributes get spiked because he's clutch, the whole offensive line, their awareness is better. Their blocking is better because Stafford has the clutch gene. So to me, the most important attribute you can get for your QB is definitely the clutch package. I believe that's probably the first package you should look at getting any quarterback you have. I don't care what their attributes are. Definitely look to get your guy clutch. Then you can purchase passing upgrades for your highest rated passing attribute. So if my quarterback has a short accuracy of 90, a medium accuracy of 88, and a deep of 86, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to upgrade my short and get that up to 99. I mean, his strength is his short game, obviously, so I want him to be the best short passing quarterback in the game, because then I can adjust my scheme based on the fact that this guy's a 99 short throw, so he's going to make every throw I need him to make. The mistake I see a lot of people doing is they'll try to upgrade all three of these qualities at the same time. Well, let me get him 2 points for short accuracy. Let me get him 1 point for medium. Let me get him 1 point for deep. And listen, you're never going to get your guy to par that way. Take his best attribute, build it up to where it's almost unstoppable, and develop your scheme based around that. That's kind of the way I like to look at it. So, I mean, unless you have a mobile quarterback and you like running around the field at that position, I don't really see any value in improving physical attributes. I think it's a waste of time for your quarterback. Yeah, even the coveted throw power rating isn't going to be as important until after you get your deep throw rating up. So that's my take on how you can handle your quarterbacks, running backs. Elusiveness is definitely pretty important, but it gets really expensive as you try to upgrade it, and I think a bunch of you guys have seen that. So I would focus on improving ball carrier vision first. Now, I know a lot of you guys are saying, well, why waste my time with ball carrier vision? I'm controlling the guy. But what I've noticed is that the more points you put toward ball carrier vision, the easier it is for your running back to hit the hole in the line. Like, in other words, say I have Chris Johnson now, okay? Because he has a high ball carrier vision, even though I'm controlling him, he's less likely to run into his lineman. His cuts is sharper. He's able to pick and find holes. If you have, let's say, Tywan Jones, who I had before, who had low ball carrier vision, he's not as crisp in hitting the hole. So even though you're controlling him, the higher the ball carrier vision for the running back is, the better chance you have of hitting holes and breaking runs. So first thing I look to improve with all my running backs is definitely ball carrier vision. After that, I focus on purchasing the fight for yards trait. That's just going to allow you to get a lot more yards after being hit. It's going to allow you to break a lot more tackles. So I always look to purchase the fight for yards trait and the consistency upgrades. You definitely want a consistent guy that's going to be able to catch the ball, run the ball, and not drop or fumble the ball. Consistency upgrades are important across the board as it affects the amount of attribute decline experienced if a player goes cold. So basically what I mean by consistency upgrades is when your player goes cold and you pause the game, you see that snowflake. When they're cold, all of their attributes generally take a decline. Okay, it's a little jewel for you guys. But when you purchase consistency packages, even though they're cold, their attributes won't take a dive. And I don't care who you are or what team you have, at some point in time, your players are going to get cold. And when they do, they're almost ineffective out there. When you purchase a consistency package when they're cold, their attributes stay the same to where they're able to snap out of those cold streaks quicker and they're able to contribute a little bit more. Wide receivers and tight ends, what I look to get. Speed is very expensive. It costs entirely too many points. So I never really look to build up a guy's speed or acceleration unless you have 20,000 points you want to spare, which a lot of us don't. So if you want a fast speed receiver, you need to either draft one, trade one, or get one in free agency because you're not going to build one up through the league. Okay? It's almost impossible to take a guy that's 94 speed and get him to 99. You need like 6 seasons to do it. So don't even bother. Don't try it. Don't waste your time. That being said, the first thing you want to look to improve with a wide receiver, your tight end, is your catch and traffic stat first. Then you want to work on awareness, then consistency, then clutch. Catch and traffic is the most important because basically what catch and traffic means is when your wide receiver is covered and he's basically in a position where he has to fight for the ball with the cornerback, if he's got a higher catch and traffic, he's more likely to catch the ball than deep, and he's more likely to catch it, take a hit, and hold on. Okay? And at the end of the day, the actual catch rating itself, a little overrated. It just means that he's able to catch the ball uncontested. Okay? So, unless you have a wide receiver that has a super duper low catch rating, yeah, you want to work on that, but the first thing you want to concentrate on is your catch and traffic. Bar none. I don't care how fast he is, I don't care how slow he is. Get him to be able to hold on to the ball when he's hit or when he's in traffic. Offensive line and fullbacks. If you like to be able to run and you want to place importance on that first, worry on improving the run blocking and the impact blocking. Okay? Then consistency and awareness. Forget the pass blocking. And obviously, if you like to pass first, you're going to do that the opposite way around. You're going to improve pass blocking and impact blocking, and then consistency and awareness. So that's basically the way you're going to want to tackle dishing out your points to your O-line. Defensive line. Improving acceleration for your D-line is probably the most important, but it's the most expensive, like I said earlier, and it's not likely to get you very far. Again, it takes a zillion points to work on, build upon speed or acceleration, so forget that. Again, what you want to focus on is you want to focus on your D-line on the bull rush trait package, the swim trait package, block shedding, pursuit, play recognition, and awareness. So those are the things you want to spend experience points on for your defensive line. Defensive backs and linebackers. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put DBs and linebackers in the same group. And I know you're probably thinking, well, why would I do that? Well, it just depends. If you play a lot of zone, like let's say you play a lot of cover 2 and a lot of cover 3, for both your linebackers and D-backs, you can go ahead and focus on your zone coverage for each defensive player. And let's say you play a lot of man. Well, then focus on man coverage for your corners and your linebackers. Yeah, I get you're limiting yourself to one style of play if you play basically strictly zone or strictly man, but at least you're going to be really good at one thing as opposed to trying to spend a whole season working on both man and zone improvements that are not going to get you very far, and at the end of the season, you haven't really improved your player that much, and you're not really good at one style over the other. So you're able to take your points and spend them on the one thing you want to do. So basically, with your defensive backs and linebackers, I think you need to make a decision. You need to decide whether you want to play man or whether you want to play zone. And I know to be honestly as good as you want to possibly be, you need to be able to mix up both looks. But everybody has one style they feel more comfortable with over the other. In other words, you either want to play more zone or you want to play more man. And whichever one of those two you want to play, spend your experience points for your linebackers and defensive backs there accordingly. So pretty much those are the positions that matter, and at this time, I think that those are the best possible ways you can spend your experience points. And if you ain't spending experience points, you ain't trying to win. So for all those out there who don't think it's important, who don't do it, I think you're missing the boat. So with that being said, we're going to move on to the last part of the show here, the last segment. And what I'm going to do, and I'm doing this on the fly, so this may be a little tough, so bear with me if there's a little bit of pausing or stuttering or stammering. I have the NBL website up in front of me, and I have every team up in front of me. And Coach Ty just put on the white beard and the long white curly hair and a Santa suit, and I'm sitting in the big chair right now, and I'm looking out on the NBL landscape, and I'm looking at all the team owners out there, and I'm calling these guys up here one by one to come sit on Coach Santa Ty's lap, no homo, and give out gifts. So with that being started, we're going to start in the AFC East. Ho, ho, ho. The New England Patriots are 7-0. My Christmas gift to the New England Patriots will be some competition in the AFC East. I mean, come on. 7-0. The next team, the Dolphins, is 3-3. The Jets are 3-4. The Bills are 2-5. Last year, we all know that the AFC East was the AFC least. No offense to my friends and teams over there, but Santa's gift to the New England Patriots is some competition in the AFC East this year. Hopefully somebody can give the Patriots a run and make that thing competitive. The 3-3 Miami Dolphins. My gift to you is hopefully you can be one of the teams to put together a few wins and give the New England Patriots a run there in the AFC East. I believe the owner is El Cid. I don't know the gentleman. I've never heard from the gentleman. I never see the gentleman in the chat. I don't even know if the gentleman really plays his games. So my gift to you is going to be the gift of making yourself seen and heard and putting together a few wins and being able to challenge the New England Patriots. The New York Jets, ho, ho, ho. My gift to the coach, AVNTX, is the gift of having a winning season before you get on Coach Ty's corner and call out fighting and call out Kofi and then come out that very next game and get your ass kicked. So my gift to the Jets is the gift of a winning season before you talk smack on Coach Ty's corner. The Buffalo Bills, 2-5. Oh, oh, oh. My gift to you is the gift to make trades, my man, and not be hard-headed. I remember Coach Ty approaching you last year and trying to conduct a trade, and you laughed in my face, and you said that my players were old, and you said that you didn't need anybody. You were 4-0 at that time. You got your ass kicked the rest of the season. I don't think you hardly won any more games. You had a horrible losing record. You're 2-5 this year. So my gift to you is the gift of being humble and understanding that the next time somebody approaches you for a trade, you need to make one. Your roster stinks. You don't have a lot of talent there. Get off your high and mighty horse when people want to make trades with you that are going to better your team and get that done. So my gift to you is being humble, recognizing the error of your ways, and making the trades as needed. So now that the AFC has been dismissed, AFC North, come on down, sit on Coach Ty's lap. No homo. The Cleveland Browns, 5-1. Wow. Gotta give Cleveland their props. I didn't even know they were 5-1 until I just now looked at this damn thing. Wow. Much props and love and respect to Cleveland. We don't hear from Cleveland and Coach Darkness a lot, but he plays his games. He gets it done. He's not a big force in the chat box, but he's doing what he's got to do. So my gift to the Cleveland Browns would be for you to try to hold off the Pittsburgh Steelers and Baltimore Ravens, who are both good and hot on your tails at 4-2. The Pittsburgh Steelers, 4-2, coached by El Fantastico. My gift to you will be to not have 3 and 4 sim games this year like you did last year. I know you work a lot of hours. I know real life's got to come first, but the fact that you were the recipient of several sim wins that affected the AFC playoff position kind of had a lot of people down. So my gift to you this year is the gift to actually be able to play all your games and not affect the playoff race this year like you did last year by going through those sim games. Baltimore Ravens, you get a similar gift, Coach Open Show. I believe you've had 2 to 3 sim games out of your 6. So my gift to you is the gift of Madden. It's the gift of playing the game, and it's the gift of not having sim games. I know you do a lot of traveling for work and school, predominantly work, but my gift again is that you play your games. The Cincinnati Bengals, 1-5, Coach G Money. Don't know a lot about Coach G Money. I don't see him in the chat. I haven't seen him make too many trades. But Cincinnati Bengals, my gift for you is to get to 500. 1-5, off to a bad start in a tough division. Let's string together a few wins. Let's get to 500. AFC South, come on down. The Jacksonville Jaguars, 5-2. I think you've gotten your gifts early, Jacksonville. Last season, you went ham with Kenny Britt and Ben Roethlisberger. This year, you've been much more focused on your run. So my gift to you, Jacksonville, and you've already opened it because you've been naughty, is balance. And I see that you have opened that gift and you are using it and it's working out for you. So good luck with that and continue on. The Indianapolis Colts, Staff Sergeant Pettigrew. My gift to you is some spackle to patch that hole in your wall. You know I had to joke with you, big dog. Don't be mad at me. You might have said it in a while, but my gift to you is spackle, my man. Patch that hole in your wall so that when you gear up the Colts for that playoff run and you get into that tough playoff game, you ain't punching holes in the wall this year. The Houston Texans, my gift to you is a new offense, an entire offense. I don't know what the hell you was thinking, son. Yeah, you have the Kenton greats on defense, but you have the damn Kenton ain'ts on offense. I don't even recognize nobody on that roster. I'm glad you got McCoy. Good luck with having McCoy and 10 stiffs on offense, my man. Whoever told you Jake Locker was a good quarterback, whatever site you read that on, you need your money back. The Tennessee Titans, 0-6, Blair's basis. I have 832 points online, but I can't win a league game. Blair, you're one of the good guys in this league. You have a great attitude. I like you a lot. My gift to you is a win, my man. 1 win. And you're going to get it soon. And when you do get it, I want you to think about Coach Sanitide, because Coach Sanitide believes in you, brother. And when you get that 1 win, you're going to get more after that. It's a confidence thing. You're this close. You're going to get it done. I believe in you. You will get a win, and you'll get more wins after that first win. You just got to break through. So that's my gift to you, the gift of a W. The AFC West, the Denver Broncos, Coach Koofy, my gift for you is a muzzle. You my man at 50 grand. I talked to you on the phone. You're one of the cool dudes in this league I really like and I associate with, and I know you like to stir it up and talk smack. Well, my gift for you is a muzzle. You need to shut your trap, my man. You need to be humble. You need to let your play speak for you. You have the number one bullseye on your back in this league, and people love to hate you. You know what? You put together a winning season, you make a playoff run, it's going to shut a lot of people up and get a lot of people off your back. Then talk then. The San Diego Chargers, 3-3. Mr. Fogra. This one's going to be a tough one. I don't really know what gift to give you. I know what gift you want. I know you would like Coach Ty to part with Hakeem next, but Coach Ty's thinking that that's not going to happen. So, in light of that not happening, the gift I give you is hopefully before the trade deadline, you can make a trade with somebody for that big name receiver you want and need and continue on your season. The Kansas City Chiefs, Jimmy, you know what? You definitely put yourself on the naughty list by trading Jamal Charles. You put yourself on the naughty list last season by trading Dwayne Bowe. Jimmy, you're one of the best dudes in this league. I love you to death. I totally have no idea what you think about when you make trades. I know what you say, and I know you tell me and everyone else that, hey, that the trades fit your team for what you're trying to do. But I think only you know what you're trying to do, because I definitely can't see how you're a better person for getting rid of Dwayne Bowe last year and Jamal Charles this year. You're 3-3. Hopefully it works out for you. I think you're a great player. Enjoy having you in the chat and all our conversations. But my gift for you is definitely going to be replacing Jamal Charles in the running game and getting Halou started, because I think that even though I know you'd like to pass the ball more and establish identity, you're a run guy first, and ideally that's the strength of your team. So my gift is that Roy Halou gets it done for you. The Oakland Raiders 2-5. Well, at least you're not 1-15 like last year. You've got 2 wins already. So my gift for you is a couple more wins. 1-15 last year, 2-5 this year. I know you're real good friends with Coach Candy. That's my gift for you, actually. My gift for you is a couple of lab sessions with the Candy Man, your best friend, your bud there. How is he consistently 14, 15-1, and you're consistently 1-15? My gift for you is a few lab sessions with your partner in crime. Tell him don't be greedy. Tell him to help hook your game up. Show you some of the money plays. Give you some of them defensive strategies. Teach you how to learn. That's my gift. NFC East, the Philadelphia Eagles. Wow, 5-2 and in first place for the NFC East. My gift for you, Coach Philly in Canada, is a season with much less drama than last year. You've been quiet. You've been out of the chat. We haven't talked that much lately. There's been a few blow-ups and dust-ups, but overall, my gift for you is a little bit more peace and quiet with the NBL League. The New York Giants, Jacob Root, 4-2. My gift for you is that, well, no, I already gave you my gift. I gave you Jason Pierre-Paul. I didn't give him to you. It was a good trade. But hopefully you're as happy with your new gift in JPP as I was with him. The Dallas Cowboys, 3-4. My gift for you is to actually make this a 3-team race and give the Giants and the Eagles all they can handle. I believe you were 8-8 last season. You're close to 500 now. You're not that far off the pace. Let Philadelphia and the New York Giants know you're a player and you're in that league too. The Washington Redskins, LHS Lancer, 1-5. Took over that team late. My gift for you is that you get that college scholarship to that D3 school that you wanted. You seem like a cool young guy. You're very active in the league and in the chat. Look like you're a player in the league. I know you played Philly tough. So basically my gift for you, in addition to you getting your getting your college football scholarship, is probably just a little bit of patience. Do the best you can with the Redskins this season. Build a team in your likeness so that you get to start with a clean, fresh slate next year and get it done. The NFC North, my division, Candyman, Chicago Bears 6-1. What is my gift to you? My gift to you, sir, is a few more losses, damn it. You only lost one game last year. You only lost one game this year, and it was a sim loss. My gift to you is a few more losses so that a few of us other up-and-comers in the NFC North can actually give you a run for your money. We're in a big hole here. The Packers are 3-4. I'm 2-4, and the Vikes are 2-4. So we need you to lose a couple of them games. The Doc Watcher, one of my other favorite guys in the league, Big Doc, Papa Doc. Green Bay Packers 3-4. My gift for you would be probably a little bit more star power. I know you're not a big trade guy. You always say, you're happy with the team the way it is. But in case you haven't noticed, pretty much everybody else in the league, the Lions, the Vikings, Bears, have built Pro Bowl teams. And you've got to play us 5-6 times a year combined. When you're playing the Bears and you've got Von Miller and Julio Jones and Mike Vick, or you're playing me and you've got Calvin Johnson, Hakeem Nicks, and Deshaun Jackson, you're going to need a little bit more star power, my man. You play good, you play conservative, you have solid schemes, but at the end of the day, talent-wise, you're not matching up, and I think you need to bite the bullet and decide if you want to compete in this division, brother, you've got to put some more star players on that team. Bite the bullet and make a trade or two there, Doc. The Detroit Lions, my team, myself. My gift for me is a damn winning record. Yeah, the best team money can buy, but who the bleep gives a damn? I'm sitting here with 2-4. Yeah, I had a sim loss. But, excuse me, and yeah, I should be crunchy. So I could and should be 4-2. I am not. I'm 2-4. So I can have all the All-Stars I want. If I can't even get to 500 with them, who cares? So my gift for me is a winning record. The Minnesota Vikings, 2-4. My gift for Chicago Tough is confidence. Oh, man, you're on my friend list. You've got about 820 or 30 skill points. You're a very skilled player. You're down on yourself right now. I know you're as good as anybody in this league, so my gift for you is confidence. But don't get that confidence until after we play our 2 games. The NFC South, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Spud. I don't know if you're on the naughty list or the nice list. You've been involved in a few controversies here this year, my man. Your game's definitely gotten a lot better, but again, not used to hearing Spud's name involved in controversy. So my gift for you is to be humble. Lay low, my man. You're 5-1. You're playing well. You're doing well. Just let your play speak for yourself. Stop these controversies, my man. The Carolina Panthers, 3-3, Mr. Mark Gates. My gift for you is the gift of being able to change the Babe of the Weeks more often. When I did them last year, brother, I changed them weekly. I'm tired of seeing the same drab old vanilla chicks up there for 4 and 5 weeks at a time, my man. I'm tired of seeing the Twitter feed from 8 weeks ago up there not updated. Yeah, I know you told me why it's not. It's got to break your chops. So my gift for you is the gift to be able to change the Babe of the Week a lot more often and keep the Twitter updated, my man. Come on, Gates. Shake yourself. You're better than that, my man. Crunch the New Orleans Saints. My gift for you is an offense, my man. Speaking of offense, no offense. When we played, my man no huddled me to death, ran a toss left, a toss right to screen, and that was your offense. Now, you picked me off about 4 or 5 times, so you put most of your points on pick sixes, which is cool. But on offense, my man, come on. Shake yourself, brother. You're better than that. Screen. Toss left, toss right. Come on, man. So my gift you is an offense. Booney Mac, my dude. 1-5 after going, I want to say 1-15 last year. Your 1 last year was a sim win, Koofy told me. That just sounds crazy. My gift for you is a couple of wins. Come on, Mac. Put the time into the lab, brother. You got Roddy. You got Fitz. Come on. My gift for you is a few wins, man. Get the 5 wins at least this season. Come on. The San Francisco 49ers, Mr. Smith. Don't know much about Mr. Smith. Don't see him in the chat much, anything like that. So don't know a lot about his gameplay. 6-1 though says a lot. And I also know that anybody that plays with the 49ers, they run Frank Gore on your throw. Whenever they have to pass, they only pass to Vernon Davis only, like he's the only player on that team, like there's no Crabtree, Manningham, or Moss. And they try to abuse you with hit-stick fumbles all game. So my gift to you is the gift of making sure that Gore stays upright. Because if he gets injured, you're going to be assed out. St. Louis Rams, Benny. My gift to you, man, is an unlimited 3-season supply of no-dos. So you don't fall asleep at the control, my man. so that people are not trying to hit you up to play games at 8 at night and you're telling them you fell asleep and you didn't wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, Benny, I know you're saying bleep meets high. You're going to give me a Stone Cold Stunner. So my gift to you is not only a Stone Cold Stunner, but it's the Steve-O Austin, your number one flip you off sign after the stunner. That's my gift to you, along with the free season of No-Dos, so you can stay at and get your games played. The Arizona Cardinals, OSU 2-5. Playoff team last year. Not so sure what's going wrong this year. Or better than that, my gift to OSU is stop trying to get people to give you 18,000 people for AP. I tried to get them from you last year. I know Reggie tried to get them last year. Look, AP's a beast, brother. But you don't need to get 25 people for AP. Point blank, period, end of discussion. Hey, I know he's your workhorse, but you're 2-5 at this point. There's a whole lot of other pieces on that team you could be improving. You get your 2 or 3 players for AP. Stop trying to rate people. Seattle Seahawks 1-5. Don't know anything about the new owner there. Don't really know what to give you gift-wise. So basically, I'm going to give you this year the same thing I got you last year. I know you probably think, well, you didn't give me nothing last year. Exactly. And that's the same thing I'm giving you this year. Merry Christmas, NBL, and a Happy New Year. May your Christmas be great, wonderful. Spend that good time with your families. Enjoy yourselves. Hopefully you enjoyed Coach Ty's Corner. Hopefully you enjoyed the tips and got something from it. Hopefully you thought the gifts I gave to the league was funny and you got a good laugh on Christmas. Take it easy, guys. Have a great holiday. And I am out.
She